shot guess, but alright. So above sea level would be how you act on a day-to-day basis with people on the phone, clients, colleagues, candidates, and what's below the surface is what you're actually feeling when you're on those calls, or what you're actually thinking when you go home about yourself and about the people that you've just been in contact with.
Almost, yeah, very, very, very nearly there. So if we take an iceberg as a human being, you're right, the top of the iceberg, or the tip, the bit that's on the surface is what we can see. Yeah, so I can see that you're sitting there, you're reaching into your jacket, you're moving around in your chair. That's your behaviour, I can see that. So it's the tip of the iceberg. But what's beneath the surface are actually the drivers of your behaviour. Yeah, and those drivers are the beliefs that you have, the values that you have, all of your past experiences, your personality. That is all held at an unconscious level. You might be consciously aware of some of those things, and if you've got a good degree of emotional intelligence that we were just talking about, you probably will have a level of self-awareness. Some of you might not. Some of you maybe not even thought about why you do what you do. Every decision you make, everything you do, every choice you make is driven by all of your past. And when I mean past, I mean way, way back past. So you were having a joke about a therapy, but actually, when we were 0 to 7, 7 to 14, those are the most significant periods of our life in terms of who we are today. Yeah, so 0 to 7, our values were formed. Our parents taught us what was right and wrong, how to be in public, what was acceptable, what isn't, your family way of life, religion even. 0 to 7, those are when our values are formed. And then, so there's 0 to 7, 7 to 14, we go through experiences, really significant experiences as a child and then as a teenager, and we start to form beliefs about life, about people, about ourselves, about what's possible. And those two things drive how we act today. So who would have thought? Who would have thought? So we're going to look at this morning your past experiences and how you can use those to help you be really successful in this job, because you have all got, some amazing achievements in your life that's got you here in this building today. And if you know what those are and know what the positive beliefs you have, then you can use those in the future. Equally, we go through things that aren't so positive, don't we? That's life. Some people go through some tragic things. They shape who they are. And I would say, actually, their personality can change in some way. But it's being able to work with some of those negative experiences and use them as positive for the future. So I'll give you an example of how this works, relating it to myself. I used to have a phobia of presenting. I used to absolutely hate it. To the point where about 2 days before I knew I was going to present or run a training course, I just wouldn't sleep. I was even sick once. The nerves were so bad. And I used to write down every single word that I was going to say in that whole 2-day training course and memorise it, because I was so nervous. And it got to the point where I was actually going to have to think about leaving this job, because it was just such a traumatic experience to get up and stand up and be in front of other people. And I had this belief that if I stand up in front of others, I'm going to look stupid. So that was a limiting belief, based on past experiences when I was very young. Back at nursery school, I think I'd done something wrong and I was told to stand in the corner with my back to the rest of the class. And as a child, you start to form beliefs about, it's embarrassing, people are looking at me, I look stupid, I feel stupid. And you store that experience. And then as an adult, when you find yourself in a similar experience to that, what does the brain do? It goes, okay, you're in that same situation again. Yeah, you don't want to be in that situation, so I'm going to make you feel really scared and then hopefully you won't do it. So when you pick up the phone, you have beliefs about your ability, beliefs about the Red Commerce brand, beliefs about that candidate, and that will all drive how successful you are on that phone call. So we're going to look at the positive beliefs you have today. So we're going to take a break, and while you're out for that break, I'd like you to think of one achievement in your life that you're proud of. It can be work, can be personal, whatever. One achievement, something that you did that you're proud of. Back in 10 minutes, please.
Cut.
Yeah.